It's the number 7 horse. Oh, I'll go for the truck. Welcome back to the Renegade Report. I'm Francis Mayer, Sports Information Director for the greatest community college athletic department in the known universe. We just got off the phone with Coach Jeff Chudy of your 3-1 Bakersfield College Renegades football team. But time out. We're going to talk about football in just a moment. But right now, let's talk about the fact that the Renegades are ranked 15th in the state. Oh, the sickness. And we're going to El Camino this weekend, and they feel really good about themselves because they built a new stadium. It is good for them, but it's no Memorial Stadium. I'll tell you that much. Memorial Stadium is a cathedral to football, located in the fruit basket and gas station of Earth, the Golden Empire. Right now, we're going to check in with Rambir. Rambir is a friend of ours, a friend of the program. And Rambir, thank you for the help you've given to our soccer programs, both the women's team, headed up by Coach Dameron, and they're playing spectacular football right now. And see, I went international there. I know it's soccer. That must bug you, huh? Does that drive you crazy that we call it soccer?
I'm used to it by now.
Did it bother you in the beginning?
It's difficult to get used to.
I knew it. See? That's intuition. All right. Rambir, you have developed a reputation very quickly here in Bakersfield for bringing world-class, see, now I don't even want to call it soccer to Memorial Stadium. You did it last year, and you're doing it again. And these two teams that you're bringing this time, they're special. And they're going to be special to the people in Kern County. But the keeper, I believe, on one of the teams is a guy who has a lot of experience on the world stage, right?
Absolutely. Well, firstly, I'd like to thank you for having me back on the show. Absolutely. I'd like to congratulate BC Athletics on a great start to their season.
Thank you.
Been following them, so it's great to see sports accelerating in the community.
Absolutely, yes.
We're very excited to be back again, second year in Bakersfield, bringing international soccer right here. As you mentioned, we've got two top teams. It's just over a week away now. Next Sunday, October the 9th, we have Monarcas Morelia against the current champions of Mexico, Pachuca. I mean, who doesn't want to watch the champions of any league play, right? And
this is some of the best soccer in the world, friends. If you've ever been curious about the game, this is a great time to check it out. And the tickets are really affordable.
Absolutely. Tickets are $20 and up. So they're very, very affordable. There's no professional soccer in Bakersfield, so it's a great opportunity for people just to go down to the fantastic Memorial Stadium, as you've mentioned, and go and, watch some professional soccer. You alluded back to the goalkeeper. So Pachuca's goalkeeper, Oscar Caneo Perez, is a big star in Mexico and amongst soccer fans. He's played in 3 World Cups for Mexico.
Mexico doesn't have the same celebrity culture that we have in the United States, where it makes you never want to go to Los Angeles. But that guy, people are crazy about him.
Absolutely, yeah. He always generates a great buzz wherever he goes. He has a really big fan following. So, I've done several games with Pachuca in the United States, and wherever he goes, he's constantly mobbed by people. And he's always willing to take pictures and sign autographs and things like that. So he's a great guy. They have Omar Gonzalez, who is a U.S. national team player. Used to play for the Galaxy. He's also on the roster for Pachuca. Morelia have some excellent players. Their coach is very well known, so it's going to be a very exciting, entertaining game. Both teams are doing well in Liga MX, so we think it's going to be a great spectacle and something I think the local community should just come out and check out and see what a great atmosphere it is.
Well, that's the thing, Rambir. I've been blessed enough to get you to buy lunch for me a couple times, and in talking to you, this is something you've loved since you were a boy. And it's carried over into your adult life. And as we see when we watch the World Cup and the Olympics and the game being played on bigger stages, this is something that really brings people together globally.
Absolutely. I think, when you've been raised or born and brought up around the soccer culture, it really is something kind of unique. And it's quite infectious, really, And I think the one thing you will find as well when you have Mexican teams playing, you will get a lot of people from the community here that are from parts of Mexico these teams are from, that have grown up watching them. So as a consequence, you get a lot of passion, a lot of cheering, and people are in this 100%. There was a famous quote one time by a former coach of Liverpool. Liverpool's a team in England that I follow, the English Premier League team.
I'm familiar with
Bill Shankly, and his quote was, football, as they call it, it's not a matter of life or death. It's much more important than that. And I think that's the way, people that love soccer like myself, that's how we feel.
Well, and I'll tell you what, even if you don't think you're a fan because you have not given it a chance, stop being that way. Don't be that kind of American where it's like, no, I want an explosion now. Soccer has a unique rhythm to it. And once you kind of tap into that rhythm, it's mesmerizing because anything could happen at any time. It's not like most American sports where changes of possession are almost an event. They stop and they want to announce that they have the ball now. Soccer is very fluid. It's very thrilling, and a team can look like they're on the ropes, and then all of a sudden somebody does something amazing and showstopper, right? I mean, it's
absolutely, it's entertainment, right? It's
yeah,
very exciting to watch. It can be end to end, like you said. A goal can change a game, and you can get red card. There's so many different things that can happen.
Hey, the United States could hang with Germany and make it deep for us in the World Cup. I was in a Costco actually. I don't know if I told you this, Rambeer, when the United States made their big appearance against Germany, and my son was a baby at the time, very small, and it was summertime, and we would go walk around in Costco because it's air conditioned. You'd let the other kids run, and I realized that I'm watching the World Cup, and I look next to me, and there's probably 40 of us standing there in the television area, absolutely captivated by this match, and I realized it was a very diverse group of people. But we were all pro-USA at that point. And right now, this presidential election and all this other nonsense, people are very divided. And it's real nice to do something that brings everybody together on one side.
Absolutely. And I think you're giving away the secret there, watching the World Cup at Costco. Great place, 40 TVs.
Right, yeah. Everybody had a good view.
Absolutely. What a place, to watch the World Cup. But you're right, when the World Cup...
$1.50 for a hot dog and a soda. Come on.
You're giving away all the secrets now.
I know. I'm sorry, man.
But yeah, I mean, look, when the World Cup comes around, people get really excited, and I think soccer has that effect on people. And, you're going to have several players in this particular match who have played in World Cups. And I think that's the other thing that's really exciting, including Oscar Pereira, who we talked about earlier, 3 World Cups. So soccer's definitely growing. It's definitely very, very exciting. And
remember, you have not played in a World Cup yet, though.
I unfortunately have not. I've watched the World Cup.
Okay.
But I haven't played in one, no.
Have you given up training, though? There's a chance, correct?
I think there's always a chance, isn't there?
Yes, there is. Yes, there is.
He who dares wins, right?
That's it. Everybody listen, there are still tickets available for this incredible match, and things like this don't happen every day. Right now, the rate's about once a year. Rambeer, you're going to do more of these, aren't you? And you do them other places.
Yeah, absolutely. We put on these events, as you mentioned, in other places, and right now second year we've come back to Bakesfield. Obviously, we hope to come back again next year. So there isn't a lot of these events that take place in one community. So I think, when it does, it's a real spectacle opportunity for people to come out and watch top-level professional soccer. Not just that, just have a great family outing. Have a great day with the family. Sit together, watch the game.
Yes.
Enjoy the food, enjoy the entertainment. I mean, that's what it is. In Bakesfield, sometimes people say there's not a lot to do in this town. Well, you know what? We're giving you something to do. So come and check it out.
Take advantage of it. Stop with the excuses.
And, so in terms of tickets, we have pretty much every soccer outlet in town has tickets available, that are selling tickets. We have some restaurants. The box office at BC has some tickets. They are selling quickly, though, I will warn you. Tickets are available online as well at ticketfly.com and also at internationalsoccerchallenge.com. So there is places for people to go out and get tickets, and if there's any available, we'll have some at the door as well.
If they're available, but don't wait for that, because you're going to be full of heartbreak, and you're going to be standing outside the gate, and Rambir's going to walk by, and you're going to be like that last puppy in the window, and he's not going to be able to do anything about it. Do not mistake this friendly face. He's going to be busy as heck the day of that game, and it's also like a festival. I mean, Memorial Stadium turns into almost another world that day, and I know that the Mexican consulate's involved from Fresno. They're going to be doing some public awareness stuff. Big events.
Yeah, we have a lot of vendors. You know, there'll be a lot of activation going on. We have a lot of vendors who'll be interacting with the fans. There'll be opportunities for people to win free stuff, to get free stuff.
Free stuff.
People love free stuff, right?
They do. I do. Yeah.
So I think it's all in all. I think there's obviously a lot of just a lot of positives for people to just come out, and it's on a Sunday as well. You know, nice. Typically it's a downtime family dates in the afternoon, right? So 4:00, great kickoff time. Go home after that, put your kids to bed, have a good night's sleep.
Have a nightcap with your partner.
Yeah, absolutely.
With your lady friends.
Talk about the game.
That's right.
For weeks after, go to work next day.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, I'm kind of bored. Well, let's talk about the Pachuco game one more time.
Maybe do a wager on it with your friends or your work colleagues. You know?
Absolutely. I don't condone sports gambling, but I'm going to offer a wager to Rambir after this show ends. So there you go. No, I like that. A lot of fun to be had. And again, tickets starting out at $20, very affordable. And as John Farrand will tell you, not a bad seat in the house in Memorial Stadium, especially in the second deck. Believe it or not, you get a different vantage point on all the action from up there. In soccer and in what we call football, Rambir, they wear helmets and they throw. Okay. You actually see the plays develop. And that's part of the beauty of both sports. So get those tickets, visit the website, or like Rambir said, swing by everybody's favorite college campus at 1801 Panorama and visit the ticket office. You can get them there too. But don't wait. Don't be that puppy in the window. Coming up next, we're going to check in on the BC volleyball team, plus wrestling coach Brett Clark when the Renegade Report returns. Don't go anywhere.